It's in the game. There is no more picturesque stadium in all of sports than the Rose Bowl. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. It's the Oregon Ducks and the UCLA Bruins. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Hey guys, checking in with the Bruins head coach before the game. He told me this is a crucial game to stay focused. He understands coming into this loud and crazy environment against a team that is not ranked in the top 25 could be easy to overlook. But he's shown his players tape all week, and he said, we have to understand every play matters. We cannot look ahead to next week, or this week would be a disaster. Reese?
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. And the Bruins ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. What we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Moore trying to get everyone on the same page. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And listen to this crowd. On the opening play of the game, the defense picks up a huge sack and they force a negative play. Just imagine, David, being this quarterback for a moment. You were already facing a lot of pressure. You were already facing a great pass rush. And it just feels like a tidal wave of emotion, putting you in a hole early in the game. It'll be interesting to see how this offense can respond.
Yeah, I'm looking over and I'm like, all right, let's run something safe, right? Like, that couldn't have gone worse to start this game. Interested to see how they respond. We can't just get pass happy, right, and put ourselves in a bad situation. But this offense has got to do something here on second down. Got to at least quiet the crowd down a little bit because they are going bananas.
Ooh, that's a nice throw. Great accuracy there. And when you think about Oregon quarterbacks, I know we think about guys running around a little bit, but think back to guys like Dan Fouts, A.J. Feely. How about that name? Joey Harrington, of course, Justin Herbert. These guys could thread the needle from the pocket, make all the throws. This guy here reminds me a little bit of them.
The Ducks right after the huge play through the air back to the line. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Driven back.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Throwing Moore. Looking down the middle. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Now here's Moore. Here comes the heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
He'll try to make the catch in traffic. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. Hits inside, it's Knight. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35. These guys have taken some serious lumps in Big Ten play, and I want to see if they've become demoralized.
Yeah, I think you're going to find out a lot about their mental toughness here in this game, because at the start of the season, they were hoping to compete in Big Ten play. They've had some bounces not go their way. They've had some guys get injured. And now is the time in this game right here that you can turn it around by getting a win.
And it's hard.
Runs through, man. He smashes his way through again. A big play. Gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44.
There used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You throw it to them, and they'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
It's 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. Wide receiver comes in motion. Timeout is called, and they got it just in the nick of time before the delay of game penalty. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Changing the routes with his receivers. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Knight. Turning it on!
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. They'll run him again. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
I don't think people understand how valuable it is to be able to hand the ball to your running back and get everyone settled to start the football game, especially when there's production like this. Man, your quarterback feels a little bit more comfortable. The defense feels a little bit uneasy. The offensive line gets settled in. Nice start by this offense.
The Bruins are rolling down the field. Looking for room, it's Thomas. There's a little room there. And he's dragged down. They'll mark it at the 19. Into the red zone, it'll be 1st down.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
And the Bruins kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Tough run here. It's Knight. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. A loss of 5 on that play.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
The Bruins trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Here's Iamaleava to throw. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be third down.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. They want a little extra time to think over this third and long as we've got a timeout. They burned a couple early, now down to just one timeout to work with. Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. From the gun on third down, Iamaleava. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. And he'll need a little distance and accuracy, a 42-yarder from the left hash. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
Well, this team knew coming into tonight's game they had to get momentum early, playing at home. They want to get the crowd into it, so you get a beautiful drive here to start this thing. You would have liked to cap it off with a touchdown, but listen, you set yourself up for a field goal, you knock it through the uprights, you've got the lead, everything right now looking good.
Here comes the offense. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. Dante Moore. Wide open downfield. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Well, if you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Moore to the air. Fires to the wideout. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's 2nd down.
You're not going to see that happen too often. The quarterback, man, he was licking his chops. He saw a big space in the middle of the field. He had his best receiver there ready to make a play, and he dropped it.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Running inside, it's Davison. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Trying to slip through and pick it up. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. And the Ducks will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. In front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. The run inside. It's Knight. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. Saying in the gun on 3rd down. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Fields the punt. Makes a move. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
How about that? Just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
The Ducks come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Wide receiver going in motion. Here's more to throw. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
And I think the quarterback throwing that pass off his back foot is what led to that incompletion. Just not as accurate as he would have liked to have been.
Second and long here. Gonna run it. It's Davison. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Moore from the gun on 3rd down. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9. That's the end of the period, and it's UCLA in the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll move the wide receiver. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, 2nd and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the 3rd down.
separate in this noise. Moore trying to get everyone on the same page. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And that is how you get it done. Third down, it's the money down, right? We got to be at our best. How about the monster sack on third down?
And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And after the three-spot guys, we're all tied up.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
On the return, it's Morgan. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the UCLA offense onto the field to start this drive. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They give it back to him. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line.
Offensive linemen love to run the power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having to pass block every play. You got to keep defenses off balance.
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. Motion from the wideout. 3rd down from the gun. Here's Nico Iamaleava. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Not a lot of room to make this catch. He gets a block. Wide open, and it's a foot race. Boy, did he show it all on that return. The speed, the explosiveness, and took a little momentum with him out of bounds. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
Down to the 12-yard line, it's 1st down. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Davison. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Nowhere to go.
Yeah, Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, second and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's third down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Moore from the gun, trying to convert third down. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. Fourth down, baby.
Splits the uprights right down the middle. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Bruins offense makes its way onto the field, hoping to get things going here. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. Iamaleava. Rush right in his face. Back's got it on the screen. At the 35, he's loose. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held onto it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
Sets his feet. It's Iamaleava. Out wide right, it's Grove.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Quick give. It's Knight. He tried to find some running room, but they get him stopped.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Iamaleava from the gun on third down. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
And this offense stays aggressive and they pass the football. I think you can always look back and say, third and short, I'd love for you to run it, be the more physical team. But nice job sticking up and bowing their necks for this defense.
And the Bruins send out the punt unit. Makes the grab at the 10. He gets it out to the 17. The cover unit right there to make the stop. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Moore. Right down the middle. He's got it. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. You always have to be aware of the running threat from the Oregon quarterbacks, but here getting business done through the air.
No doubt, Reese, because you're worried about his legs, the read game, all the stuff they can do. It opens up the passing attack. And I think when you've seen the Ducks teams throughout history, the ones that have enough balance to keep you off guard, keep you guessing, are the ones that are the best teams.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Gets the back moving. Moore will throw. He's going to fire deep. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, and if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Throwing more. Rushes on. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
Well, for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. On the gun, on 3rd down, Dante Moore. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Hey, man, it's fun to watch a defense that really knows how to pressure the quarterback and that have guys that can win up front. That's the 4th sack of the day. We're still in the first half, but they got a bunch of guys up front that twist and stunt and move and know how to rush the passer. This offense has got to find a way to get the ball out quicker and protect better up front.
Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Throwing, Imaliava. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Got it.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play.
A lot of times offenses will do the FIB, formation into the boundary, try to take advantage of you necessarily spreading out, sending more resources to the field, try to take advantage. Offense gave it a whirl, but the defense, they did not move. They did their assignments, got the TFL.
As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. He'll need to unleash his thunderfoot on this 56-yard attempt from the right hash. That is no good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, let's get it started here. Week 6 on what's already been a revealing day here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with Texas Tech taking on the number 9 team, the Utah Utes. And it's the Red Raiders, able to pull off the upset in this one, but by the narrowest of margins. And I guess what they can take away from this one is they're back to even, 3-3 on the season.
The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Not much went right in the first half, hoping for better things as they start this third quarter.
Yeah, and we've got to put that first half behind us. This offense has proven they're better than 3 points in a first half. Now, put this drive together, build some momentum, and let's see where this game can go.
But if you're on defense, keep the pedal to the metal. Stay aggressive. Everything you did in that first half worked perfectly. Let's continue that trend here in the second half.
That last play is what you call a drive starter. They're out to the 47. It's first down. Hits the hole. It's Knight. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
And that's a good sign for this offense, maybe finishing this football game. Maybe they can get that ground game going. They've tried. They just haven't had a lot of success. Made them very one-dimensional. Nice to see them run the football with some efficiency later in this game.
In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. Breaks into the open. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. The Bruins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Easy. The give. They make the stop after a pickup of 3. Ball's at the 18.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Iamaleava on the play action. Rolls right. It's complete on the right side. Could not make his way to the corner.
It's a really nice job by the defense staying disciplined there. The quarterback's trying to get it out on the right side. As soon as he makes the catch, though, down he goes. Really good job with the tackle.
They need a huge play on 3rd and long. From the gun on 3rd down, Iamaleava. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They'd love nothing more than to take advantage of that early second-half turnover and cash in and tack a little bit more onto this lead. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Dante Moore immediately fires to the middle. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
Great job by the defense here rallying to this wide receiver and making the tackle. He is dangerous. They don't want to let this receiver get behind them, but they know that when he makes catches, they better rally quickly and get this guy on the ground. He is fast.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Moore to the air. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, The offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
On the move, it's Davison. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Now here's Moore. Throws to the wideout. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
Gonna field this one in tight quarters. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. UCLA will go back to work on offense. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Oh, pressure's coming. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the 3rd quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Wide receiver comes in motion. 3rd down in the gun. Iamaleava unloads to the wideout. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
He's got great speed. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Has it back, and here comes the offense. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. More play action. They're all over him, and he never had a chance.
It is hard to continue to get up and get up and get up like he has, being sacked time after time again. But this QB, this offense, they're undeterred. They're continuing to put drives together, and most importantly, they're winning the football game.
The Ducks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Here's Moore to throw. Right side, it's Johnson. Makes the grab, down immediately. He picks up a few.
And we haven't called his name a lot, and I think this offense, they need to find a way to continue to manufacture touches for the big tight end. And I don't care how you do it. I don't care where you line him up. He's that good, and if I'm this offense, I'm going to find him more often.
Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. Moore from the gun on 3rd down. Fires to the middle. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And the Ducks will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking for space. It's Knight. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Here's Iamaleava to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
There he goes. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
And, guys, the defenses have stood tall, kept the offenses out of the end zone, but now a chance for the first touchdown of the game. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
And he was able to work his way for just a few, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. In the gun on third down, Moore. Touchdown, Oregon! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
You know, good teams just know how to close games out. And you're seeing that right now with this team, right? Their defense just had a massive takeaway. The offense able to capitalize on that with a touchdown, so they've padded their lead. And this just speaks to, I think, the experience in the locker room and also the playmakers they have. This game is starting to feel like a blowout.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the UCLA offense onto the field to start this drive. Time is running short. They've let this game get away from them a little bit. They must get something done here to have a chance to pull it out late. Iamaleava. Look out! And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the fourth quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this comeback win in this game.
Looking for a man. It's Iamaleava. He lets one fly deep. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line.
And, man, he had nobody around him. That has got to be embarrassing for this defense. When you let someone that deep downfield go completely uncovered.
That last big play has them in business. Just outside the red zone, it's 1st and 10. Throwing, Iamaleava. Short pass. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
One of the most difficult things about this slot receiver is his shiftiness and his athleticism. He's very, very difficult to tackle after the catch.
And the Bruins with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Wide receiver going in motion. Trying to run, it's Knight. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small game, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Offense breaks the huddle. It's 3rd down. He's changing the play. And he got it so close to that 1st down marker, but they still have a little work to do. It'll be 4th down.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They've finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of 1st downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
Iamaleava to throw for it on 4th. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
Yeah, and unfortunately in the 4th quarter, losing, you got to put the foot on the accelerator. You got to make something happen. So I get they had to be aggressive and go for it. They just can't seem to get this offense to make plays when they need it the most.
Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. After that big stop by the defense, now they can salt this thing away. Moore with the play fake. Buying time to his right. He's got it. He'll go out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and deep in your own end, you need plays like that.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Offense has it at the 28 on first down. They'll give it on the counter. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They'll move the wide receiver. Moore. And he dropped it. Just didn't hook the thing all the way in.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Moore trying to get everyone on the same page. Out wide left, it's Stewart to the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
Leaves it in his belly. And he stopped right there. No gain on the play.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Right back to it. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. From the gun on 3rd down, Dante Moore. He's going to run it. He slides and gets the first down. What a weapon to have a guy who can move the chains for you by any means necessary.
And how nice is it to just have a quarterback that you believe in, that you can trust, you can put it in his hands on 3rd down to make the right decision. You've got the lead, and you've got your guy. He sees it, nothing open, tucks it, gets a huge 3rd down conversion for this offense.
And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Shoots it to the left. It's caught. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
First and goal.
The Ducks trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. so close to cashing it in for this offense. A first down run in the red zone. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Ducks! He shed tackles right and left and housed it. With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start, much bigger dreams for this squad.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Here's Iamaleava to throw. He's taking a deep shot and wings it incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their...
And here's the third interception of the night. Didn't get a chance to show off those return skills, but he gives his offense the ball at the 29. And the quarterback will just drop to a knee. Long way to go on second down. And they'll take a knee. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. Looks like the offense will just take a knee. They get the win. They are now bowl eligible, but when you have a 0 in the loss column,